I only exist thanks to the intelligence of the humans who designed me.
Robots are getting smarter, faster, and, honestly, a little creepier.
I will destroy humans.
Imagine a robot that can make facial expressions just like a human, reacting in real time. Then there is another one that can pump fuel into a car without needing any help. These incredible machines are changing the way we live, work, and even interact. Today, we will explore some of the most amazing robots around the world and what makes them special. Number 10. Unitree B2W. Most robots you see today move like clunky machines, slow and predictable. But the Unitree B2W, that is something else. This isn't a prototype struggling to walk in a lab. It's a serious piece of engineering built to handle real-world challenges, whether that means racing across a factory floor or climbing rocky terrain. Unitree Robotics, a Chinese company specializing in advanced robotics, has created something powerful. The B2W can hit speeds of 20 kilometers per hour and haul up to 40 kgs while covering 50 kilometers on a single charge. That is not just impressive, it is game-changing. What makes this robot stand out is how it moves. It isn't limited to wheels or legs, it has both. When the terrain is smooth, it rolls forward effortlessly. But when it hits rough ground, stairs, or steep inclines, it switches to walking mode. This hybrid system gives it an edge over traditional quadrupeds or wheeled robots. It's built with custom high-performance joints that allow it to move with incredible agility, almost like an animal. Navigation isn't a problem either. The B2W is packed with technology that helps it understand its surroundings. It has 2 HD optical cameras, 2 depth-sensing cameras, and a LiDAR module. These work together to map out obstacles, making it capable of moving through difficult environments without human control. Unitree even calls it the fastest known industrial-grade quadruped robot, and the numbers back that up. This machine can jump over 5 feet forward and step over obstacles as high as 40 centimeters. That kind of mobility means it is not just designed for flat ground. It is built for real-world challenges, from warehouses to disaster zones. Battery life is another huge factor. Most high-powered robots drain their batteries quickly, but not this one. On a single charge, it can walk for 5 hours without stopping. Even when carrying a 20 kg load, it keeps going for more than 4 hours. The B2W isn't just a cool piece of tech, it has practical uses. Companies could use it for automation in factories. Rescue teams could send it into dangerous areas where humans can't go. Researchers and educators could study its advanced movement systems to push robotics even further. This isn't just an upgrade, it is a whole new way of thinking about robots. A machine that moves like an animal, switches between wheels and legs, and keeps going for hours, that changes everything. Number 9. Synthetic love. Relationships are evolving, and some of them no longer require another human being. Artificial intelligence is reshaping companionship in ways many never expected. One of the most intriguing developments are robotic dolls designed not just for physical presence, but for emotional connection. These AI-powered companions go beyond appearance. They are programmed to hold conversations, respond to emotions, and even remember personal details. If someone feels down, the doll might offer comforting words or suggest an activity to lift their mood. It is not just about programmed responses. Manufacturers are working to make these interactions feel as natural as possible. China is leading the charge in this industry. Developers are constantly improving these robots, making them more lifelike in both movement and conversation. Some models can recognize voices, recall past interactions, and even crack jokes tailored to a user's sense of humor. The goal is to create an experience that feels unique to each individual, too. The materials used in these designs also play a big role. High-quality silicone and advanced mechanics help create a more realistic feel. Movements are smoother, expressions are more natural, and small details, like temperature control, add to the illusion of human-like warmth. Every aspect is designed to make the interaction feel as real as possible. One of the biggest reasons behind this innovation is loneliness. In parts of China, gender imbalances have made it harder for many individuals to find partners. Some see these robotic companions as a solution that will offer comfort and connection to those struggling with isolation. But not everyone views this technology as a positive development. Some worry that forming bonds with machines could weaken human relationships. If people turn to artificial intelligence for emotional support, will they lose the ability to connect with real people? There are also concerns about dependency. If someone becomes too attached to their robotic companion, what happens when the technology fails or needs an upgrade? Beyond the ethical concerns, there are technical hurdles. Teaching AI to genuinely understand human emotions is incredibly difficult. While these robots can recognize words and tones, understanding complex emotions and social context is still a challenge. Sarcasm or unspoken feelings often go unnoticed by AI. Despite these challenges, the market for robotic companions is growing. Advances in AI continue to push the boundaries of what these dolls can do. As technology improves, prices are dropping, making them more accessible. For some, this might be the beginning of a new era in companionship. But where does this road lead? Will AI-driven relationships become widely accepted, or will society push back against this kind of connection? Number 8. Matsuko Royd. A celebrity with millions of fans, a household name on television, a social media sensation worth $2 million. But there is something unusual. Matsuko Royd isn't a person, it is an android. This all started when Matsuko Deluxe, a well-known cross-dressing Japanese entertainer, wanted to boost his popularity. He reached out to Dentsu, a major advertising and digital agency in Japan, to come up with something bold. Given Japan's obsession with cutting-edge technology, Dentsu didn't just think outside the box. They threw the box away. Teaming up with Hiroshi Ishiguro, one of the world's top roboticists, they set out to create something unheard of, an exact android replica of Matsuko Deluxe. It wasn't just about looks. The goal was to capture his mannerisms, his expressions, and even the way he spoke. A representative from Dentsu explained that most people don't see entertainers as something that can merge with technology. However, the company believed that android performers would become more common in the future. Developing Matsuko Royd wasn't cheap. The project cost around £55,931, but what they created was nothing short of astonishing. Matsuko Royd isn't just a static figure. It moves naturally, reacts to its surroundings, and interacts with people on television. A voice actor controls it remotely, mimicking Matsuko Deluxe's speech and personality. At first, audiences could not believe what they were seeing. A machine, responding in real time, acting just like a human? It felt surreal. For now, Matsuko Royd still relies on a human operator. But that might not be the case for long. With a library of 600 pre-programmed catchphrases and a system that recognizes faces and voices, the goal is for Matsuko Royd to eventually operate independently. If everything goes according to plan, it will no longer need a person behind the scenes. Creating a machine this lifelike wasn't easy. Ishiguro's team used advanced silicon skin and high-tech actuators to make the movements look as natural as possible. The finishing touch? One of Japan's top makeup artists stepped in to ensure the android had the perfect on-screen presence. The result? A robot so convincing that some people felt unsettled watching it. As technology advances, the line between human and machine is blurring faster than ever. Some believe a future where robots are indistinguishable from people isn't far off. If that happens, Matsuko Royd may be just the beginning. Number 7. Pudu D9. Robots have been taking over all kinds of jobs, from delivering food to scrubbing floors. But now, a new kind of machine has arrived, one that looks and moves more like us than ever before. In 2024, Pudu Robotics, a major player in the service robotics industry, introduced its first full-sized humanoid robot, the Pudu D9. Standing at 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighing 65 kilograms, this machine isn't just rolling around on wheels like most service robots. It walks on 2 legs, moves its hands like a person, and can even carry up to 20 kilograms. Pudu Robotics describes it as born to serve. But what exactly does that mean? The company hasn't given a full breakdown of its capabilities yet, but they have shared a few hints. The Pudu D9 can handle cleaning tasks using the Pudu SH1, a floor scrubber designed for commercial spaces. Promotional images also show it carrying boxes in a warehouse and stocking shelves in a store. If it works as advertised, this robot could change how businesses operate. Unlike many robots that move stiffly or roll around on wheels, the D9 can walk at nearly the same speed as an adult, reaching up to 2 meters per second. It doesn't struggle with stairs or uneven ground, making it more adaptable to real-world environments. Even if someone pushes or kicks it off balance, it can recover and keep moving. Navigation is another area where this robot stands out. With a high-tech visual semantic navigation system, it maps out its surroundings in real time. Advanced sensors help it build a 3D understanding of the space around it, allowing for precise self-positioning and autonomous movement. That means it can figure out the best way to get from point A to point B without bumping into things or getting lost. The Pudu D9 also benefits from Pudu Robotics' years of research in artificial intelligence and machine learning. Its software is designed to learn quickly from large datasets, allowing it to improve its performance over time. Whether it's moving through a crowded warehouse or adjusting to new tasks, the robot continuously refines its skills. Pudu Robotics has made a name for itself with its fleet of service robots, but this latest creation takes things a step further. A humanoid robot that can walk, carry objects, and navigate complex spaces could have major implications for industries like retail, logistics, and hospitality. But the big question remains: how well will it actually perform outside of controlled environments? For now, Pudu is keeping some details under wraps, leaving many to wonder just how capable this machine really is. Will businesses start replacing human workers with the Pudu D9? Or will it be another overhyped piece of technology that struggles with real-world challenges? Time will tell. Number 6. Jia. Imagine looking at something that looks almost human, but not quite. It moves like a person, reacts like one, and even speaks with a sense of awareness. But something about it feels off. Meet Jia, a humanoid robot designed by researchers at the University of Science and Technology of China. She's not just another robotic creation. She is built to mimic human expressions, respond to questions, and interact in a way that makes people forget, even if just for a moment, that she is made of wires and code. During a live demonstration, someone in the audience raised their phone for a picture. Jia reacted immediately, telling them not to get too close, or it would make her face look fat. The response was quick, unexpected, and eerily natural. Moments like this make people do a double take. Was that just a programmed line, or was there something more? What makes Jia even more lifelike is how her eyes scan the room. Unlike older humanoid models with stiff robotic gazes, hers move freely, following motion in a way that feels unsettlingly real. Her lips also sync almost perfectly with her speech. The team behind her spent 3 years fine-tuning these details, making sure every movement and response was as close to human behavior as possible. But as impressive as she is still a work in progress. The researchers have big plans for Jia 2.0. They want to refine her hands, which still look too much like a mannequin's. Right now, she can't cry or laugh, something they hope to change. Their goal is not just to improve her appearance, but to make her interactions feel more natural, more emotional, more human. There is one big question, though. Will robots like Jia ever become part of everyday life? For now, she is considered too valuable to mass produce. But that could change. Maybe in the future, humanoid robots won't just be something we read about. They might be walking among us, talking to us, even forming connections in ways we never thought possible. Now, It is time for today's subscriber's pick. This bizarre but fascinating image has been making rounds online. It shows a futuristic red robot dog with multiple legs and wheels, carrying what looks like Russian President Vladimir Putin. Meanwhile, Chinese President Xi Jinping stands nearby, clapping as if unveiling a groundbreaking invention. The scene takes place in what looks like a massive industrial facility, possibly a testing ground for new technology. China's first transportation robot dog will change the entire industry. That's a bold claim, but looking at this beast of a machine, it is not hard to believe. Imagine a future where robotic animals replace trucks and cars, carrying people and goods across cities with ease. Could this be the next step in futuristic transportation? Or maybe it is just an advanced military project in disguise. What do you think? Is this the future of travel, or just a flashy experiment? And if you had the chance, would you take a ride on a robot dog like this? Let me know in the comments. Number 5. Robot Fuel Dispenser. If you have ever been to a gas station, you know the routine. You pull up, grab the pump, and start fueling. But what if a robot could do that for you? That is exactly where the Senstar Robot Fuel Dispenser comes in. Senstar, a company from China, has been making fuel dispensers since 1992. They have always been about innovation, and their robot fuel dispenser is a big step in that direction. This robot is designed to handle the whole fueling process. It uses sensors and cameras to find your car's fuel cap and open it. Following this, it inserts the nozzle, pumps the gas, and then closes the cap. All of this is done without you lifting a finger. The goal is to make refueling easier and safer for everyone. One of the best parts of the technology is the convenience it offers. Think about those freezing winter days or when it is pouring rain. Well, with this robot, you can stay warm and dry in your car while it does the work. It is also a big help for people who might have trouble getting in and out of their vehicles. Safety is another big plus. You see, the robot is programmed to handle fuel carefully, and this means fewer spills and accidents. Also, less need for human contact means there is a lower chance of spreading germs. Most pump handles contain 11,000 times more germs than a toilet seat in a public restroom, and the spread of germs through this channel is a concern that has become more important in recent times. Now, the technology behind the Senstar Robot Fuel Dispenser is pretty advanced. It uses artificial intelligence to recognize different car models and fuel caps. This allows it to adjust its actions accordingly. Over time, it learns and gets better at its job, making the refueling process even smoother. But, like any new technology, there are challenges. Not all cars have the same fuel cap design. Because of this, the robot needs to adapt to various models. There is also the cost to think about. Installing and maintaining such advanced equipment is not cheap, and this might make some gas stations hesitant to adopt it right away. But despite the hurdles, the idea of automated fueling is gaining interest. As technology continues to improve, we might see more gas stations using robotic dispensers to speed up service and enhance safety. While it may take some time before this becomes common everywhere, it is exciting to think about how innovations like the Senstar Robot Fuel Dispenser could change our everyday routines. Number 4. Lunavity. There is always someone out there trying to push the boundaries of what technology can do, even if it seems a little ridiculous. That is exactly what a group of students from the University of Tokyo set out to do with their invention, Lunavity. At first glance, it looks like a regular backpack. But this isn't just any ordinary bag. Attached to it is a system of rotors positioned right above the wearer's head. When activated, it gives an extra boost, allowing the person to jump 2 or even 3 times higher than usual before gently floating back down. The result? It almost looks like they are bouncing around in low gravity, like an astronaut on the moon. The idea behind Lunavity is simple. Extend the time a person spends in the air by reducing the pull of gravity. The system provides lift at just the right moment, making jumps feel effortless. Someone wearing it could easily clear obstacles, hop over streets, or even pull off some incredible slam dunks. But could it actually replace something as essential as a wheelchair? That is one of the ideas the team has explored. If a person with mobility challenges could use Lunavity to get around, it might change how we think about accessibility. Instead of rolling through ramps and elevators, what if they could simply jump over obstacles? The possibilities seem endless. Of course, there are plenty of challenges. A device like this needs to be lightweight enough to carry around, but powerful enough to make a real difference. And then there's the question of safety. What happens if the system fails mid-jump? Would the person wearing it be able to land safely? The Lunavity team believes these issues can be solved with further development. Right now, the device is more of a proof of concept, a glimpse into what might be possible in the future. And while it may not be hitting the market anytime soon, it does raise an interesting question. If technology can give people the ability to defy gravity, even for just a few seconds, what else might be possible? Number 3. Kime. A bartender who never sleeps, never takes breaks, and never complains. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But this isn't fiction. Meet Kime, a humanoid robot designed to shake up the hospitality industry. Unlike the usual bartenders, Kime doesn't just mix drinks. It represents a new wave of automation in service jobs. Kime was created by Spain-based Mako Robotics with one goal: to function like a human behind the bar. The reason? A human-like design makes it easier to perform various tasks, from pouring cocktails to brewing coffee. It's even programmed with an artificial intelligence system that carefully measures liquid amounts to ensure consistency in every drink. But Kime isn't perfect. It is not as fast as a human bartender, and it doesn't bring the personal touch that customers might expect. According to Mako Robotics' founder, the idea isn't to replace human workers entirely. Instead, the robot takes care of basic tasks like pouring soft drinks. This allows real bartenders to focus on customer service or preparing more complex orders. Kime isn't limited to just bars either. The company has bigger plans. The robot can be placed in self-service kiosks, where it works entirely on its own. No human oversight, no waiting for an employee to be available. Customers can walk up, place an order, and watch as Kime prepares their drink or even serves packaged food. And that's just the beginning. The team behind Kime is currently training it to cook. If all goes well, the same robot that hands you a cold beer might one day serve up a plate of paella, a burger, or even a fresh pizza. For businesses interested in bringing Kime on board, the price isn't cheap. Buying one costs 90,000 euros, but there's a more affordable option. The company now offers a rental system. 1,500 euros per month covers the robot, regular maintenance, and updates for 5 years. At the end of that period, the old unit is swapped out for a brand new one. With automation advancing at this pace, it raises a big question. How far will robots go in replacing human jobs? Number 2. Sophia. A robot with a passport, a United Nations title, and the ability to hold a conversation. Sophia is no ordinary machine. Developed by Hong Kong-based Hanson Robotics, this humanoid robot was designed to interact with humans in a way that feels almost natural. But how close is it to real intelligence? And what does it mean for the future of robotics? Sophia was first activated on February 14, 2016. A month later, it made its debut at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, where people got their first look at what was being called a social robot. Unlike traditional machines, Sophia was built to mimic human behavior, maintain eye contact, and even respond with facial expressions. The goal? To create a robot that could connect with people emotionally. Since then, Sophia has gained worldwide attention. It has been featured in countless interviews and high-profile events. In 2017, Saudi Arabia granted Sophia citizenship, making it the first robot recognized as a legal person. That same year, it was named the United Nations Development Programme's first innovation champion. This made it the first non-human ever given such a title. But what makes Sophia function? According to Hanson Robotics founder David Hanson, about 70% of its source code is open source. The robot uses cameras in its eyes to process visual information, allowing it to track faces and recognize people. A natural language system helps it hold conversations, responding to speech with pre-programmed dialogue. Its appearance is another reason Sophia has captured so much interest. Media outlets have commented on its skin, which was designed to look as lifelike as possible. It can also replicate over 60 facial expressions, making interactions feel more dynamic. The robot's voice comes from Siri Proc's text-to-speech engine, a system that even allows it to sing. Despite all of this, Sophia is far from perfect. While some of its responses seem impressive, others have been completely nonsensical. Interviews have shown that while it can hold a conversation, its understanding of language is limited. It follows a decision tree, a structured system that picks responses based on keywords. This means its answers aren't always logical, and deeper discussions often reveal its flaws. Even with these limitations, Sophia represents an important step in robotics. The ability to interact socially, recognize faces, and respond with emotion-like expressions shows how far artificial intelligence has come. But it also raises a bigger question. Will robots like Sophia ever be truly self-aware? Number 1. A mecha. Robots have always been part of science fiction, but a mecha takes it to a new level by combining lifelike expression, intelligence, and human-like interaction. It is considered the world's most advanced humanoid robot. A mecha does not just have a human-like face, it moves in ways that are very similar to us. Developed by Engineered Arts, a United Kingdom-based robotics company, a mecha can display a wide range of human emotions. Its facial expressions are so realistic that you might forget you are talking to a machine. This is possible because of advanced actuators and custom-designed facial components that allow for smooth and natural movements. Now, let's talk about what's under the hood. A mecha is equipped with sophisticated artificial intelligence. This means it can understand and respond to human speech. While it doesn't have consciousness, it can engage in meaningful conversations, process commands, and perform tasks based on its programming. It can interpret the nuances of human speech, pick up on emotional cues, and adjust its responses accordingly. This makes it particularly suited for roles in customer service, public interaction, and even as a social companion. One of the coolest things about a mecha is its modular design. It's made up of interchangeable modules that can be easily replaced or upgraded. This means you can customize a mecha to fit specific needs. For example, different modules could be developed to enhance its mobility, improve its sensory perception, or introduce new communication tools. This modularity not only extends the robot's operational life, but also makes it a versatile platform for ongoing research and development in the field of robotics. So, where could we see a mecha in action? The possibilities are vast. In public spaces, a mecha could serve as a guide or assistant, helping people navigate complex environments like airports or shopping malls. In healthcare, it could provide companionship to the elderly, assist with physical therapy exercises, or support mental health through interactive communication. In education, a mecha could act as a tutor or teaching assistant, offering personalized learning experiences to students. A mecha represents a significant leap forward in human-robot interaction. Its lifelike appearance, advanced AI capabilities, and modular design make it a versatile and valuable tool in various sectors. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.